Yeah, she yelled, she beat you.
What was it?
You're next.
Yeah.
How was Dean Martin? He was a very nice man. He was not creepy at all, which was a shock. Oh, you have no idea how many creepy laps I've had to sit on. And Dean was not one. He was a very nice man, and he talked all about his grandkids, and he was super sweet, and he told me I didn't have to pat his head if I didn't want to, no matter what the lady behind him was telling me.
Susan sang a song with him when she was 10.
Yeah, it was on the Dean Martin show. Anyway,
right.
he was great.
Don't shout out your answers. Raise
What
your
is your
hand. We
question?
can't see you.
Bob, right here.
Right
What was it like for you to be on Treme TV?
Oh, guys, you want to take a 15-minute union break?
Susan, short, pithy answers, please.
Okay, Treme, it was great. Treme is a local TV show made about New Orleans after Katrina, and I got asked to be on it. It was super fun. I was on with Steve Rowan. It was great, and I get $2.45 every 6 months. Thank you.
Susan, is it still in rotation?
It is, Paul. Thank you for asking.
They play it?
Yes, Paul. Thank you. You
Is
can
it-
pick up my episode anywhere on Amazon.
No, is it on HBO or Showtime?
I don't know if it's still.
Oh, okay.
Okay, enough about Treme, but thank you so much. Anybody else want to ask me anything personal? Has nothing to do with Paul or Rob? Anybody?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You're next.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Did you go to ninth grade in Newport, Rhode Island?
Oh, I sure did.
Oh.
Yeah, we're in the same class.
Oh.
We were?
What's your name? Vicky Brooks.
Vicky Brooks.
My dad was captain at War College.
Oh, okay, and our dad was a lowly seaman on the Yosemite. But you were in the 9th grade with me at Thompson.
Yeah.
Thompson Junior High.
He was super cute, right? Super cute.
It was funny, all my friends were in the smart classes, and they'd go by my class, and they'd go, "Hey, Paul," and I'd wave to them, and one day my teacher came down to me, and he says, "Dude, what's up with you?" And I go, "Well, what do you mean?" He goes, "All your friends are really smart, and you're in my class."
Wait a minute, I gotta find out, were you in his class or the class that was waving to
I
him?
don't think so. I think I was in the other class.
You were in the waving class. Yeah, she's backing up big time. I gotta go.
With Charlie Hayes and Charlie
Good to
Robin
see
and
you.
those guys.
All right, right here, to my left.
Are you going to go out on the Happy Together tour?
Yes.
This question is, are we going on the Happy Together Tour? Quickly, the Happy Together Tour is a summer tour, which the business model is 6 groups from the 60s found out that together they could do what they all used to do alone, okay? So that's a big deal. Yes, we are going on our 5th summer Happy Together Tour this summer. We're excited about that. That's a lot of fun.
All right, we got
It
something
took
behind
us
us.
forever to get on that
We got
thing.
behind us. We gotta be.
All right, we gotta acknowledge people that bought the cheap seats. Hold on.
Beautiful Indian Avenue in Middletown, Rhode Island. I'd like to.
The question is, how was it like growing
That's
up
where
on
you grew
beautiful?
up. That's where we grew up. That's where Carter.
It's amazing how many of us landed in Maryland. I don't-
It was beautiful. We grew up in Rhode Island, little.
My dad was in the Navy.
Yeah, we lived in Middletown and Newport. These boys lived down on the Navy base. I was spared that. And we lived on Indian Avenue, and it was absolutely beautiful. And some girls used to come down and listen to the boys rehearse on their horses. I would lure them down and serve them up to my brothers and take their horses away.
Whoa, that sounded terrible.
And there's a couple of the ladies out here tonight who were lured down on their horses, and I'm so glad to see.
And she never served up anybody.
I started them out. They just never knew it. Look, these guys used to put me on a beach, tell me to go act like I was lost, find cute girls, act like I was lost, and lead them back to the blanket.
That was a one-time event, I think.
Okay, so how was it for you growing up on Indian Avenue, Paul?
Man, it was the best until the Beatles made it onto the Ed Sullivan Show. Because Indian Avenue was our bus stop, and you know, on our bus stop there were probably 8 people, 8 kids. There were like 5 girls and us boys, and every time it was like all this intermingling. And at that Monday, after the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan, man, we went up there, and they could have cared less we were up there.
Yeah.
It was
We didn't
over.
measure up anymore.
No, man, so, yeah, it was tough
The
stuff.
Beatles were having a weird effect on things.
Okay,
Okay.
it's a tough memory.
Yes, sir. Hey, right here, guys. Right here.
You guys are great. Wondering, with your really great pop music, was there any feeling, there was a lot, your hits were in the psychedelic era, was there any sort of feeling that with all the other stuff going on, that maybe your music wasn't as important enough?
You mean that we were
Well,
squares?
Not that it wasn't important. I will tell you,
That's
at the
great.
time, yes, at the time, it was the Vietnam War, it's acid rock, it's the racial unrest. It sounds like today. Anyway, back then it was that way, and we feel that we were unoffensive. When the Rain in the Park and other things came out, we thought, well, here's a breath of fresh air. We can
Yeah,
forget
I figured
everything
that's what
for a
it
few
was.
minutes. And we think that's why we took off.
Well, also, I'd like just to interject something there. Bob Dylan was in a Rolling Stones interview, and it was during that time, and he said to, the interviewer said to Bob Dylan, so what do you think about like the music by the Cowsills, you know? And Bob Dylan went, man, it's important, it's peace, it's love, it's like candy. When you hear it, it's kind of like bubbly.
Listen. One time we were at a show, and the people at the venue, we were at a big auditorium, they came down and they go, Mrs. Cowsill, there's a Mr. and Mrs. Zimmerman out here who would like to say hello to you. Can we bring them in? And my mother's like, I don't know a Zimmerman. And my brother Bob goes, wait a minute. Their son told him to come to the show.
Yes.
And my brother Bob is like, whoa, was their son's name Bob?
That's Bob Dylan's real
Bob
name.
Dylan's parents were at our show. Bob had sent his parents, the Zimmermans, to the Cowsill concert.
Yeah, our son Bobby really likes you guys.